Yeah, the anxiety levels were through the roof at that point. But I forced myself out of my comfort zone. I said yes, instantly regretting it. I felt extremely awkward, out of shape. I think my muscles ached for a good 3, 4 days after. I basically discovered I had muscles in places I never thought I did. Losing weight didn't fix my confidence. Changing how I thought about myself did. Have you ever told yourself, if I just lose the weight or change something in my appearance, everything would change? I did, for years. I believed confidence lived at a certain number on the scale or in a smaller clothing size. I convinced myself that the reason I wasn't happy, the reason I wasn't confident, was all down to my body. And the solution was obvious, right? Lose weight, fix everything. I thought when I get to that smaller size, I'll be unstoppable. I'll finally feel comfortable in my skin and people will finally accept me. I'll accept myself. And that was the story in my head for years. But here's the truth. I lost a total of around 3.5 stones at first. Went from a UK size 18 down to a size 12. And my confidence, you ask? It didn't magically appear. If anything, I realized I was still carrying the same insecurities, just in a slightly smaller body. And for years, I thought weight was the problem. I avoided mirrors, photos. I mean, come on, you wouldn't have caught me in a photo or video or anything. No, 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 no. That was a big no no. Or just going out in general. I was literally hiding myself away from anyone and everyone. And I just told myself when I'm thinner, I'll be happier and I'll have the confidence to do all those things and it's all gonna be great.
Yeah, right.
But deep down, the same insecurities were still there. I still picked apart my body, I still didn't feel like I'm good enough. And then came the hardest part, because I was still stuck in that mindset. The weight slowly crept back up. I put on about 2 stones within a year, and I was right back to feeling like a failure. Probably even worse than I felt before. I felt crushed, like I'd failed, like all my progress meant absolutely nothing. And that cycle, it's exhausting. You lose the weight, you think life will be different, and then you're disappointed when it's not. You put some weight back on, and then the voice in your head has another reason to bully you. And one day I just got tired. Tired of letting the scale dictate my mood. Tired of letting other people's opinions, or even what I imagined they thought, control me. Then one day, I got a flyer through the door about a new ladies only boxing class just around the corner from where I live. And later the same day, one of my close friends, she popped around and we were outside in the garden enjoying the weather and having just a little girl chat when she mentioned seeing the flyer as well, same as the one I had, and asked if I'd be interested in going, just once, just for fun. Huh. Yeah, the anxiety levels were through the roof at that point. But I forced myself out of my comfort zone and started thinking, oh well, what's the worst that could happen? And, well, other ladies are doing it. Why can't I at least try? kid mentality, yes, I know. But you know what? It worked. I said yes, instantly regretting it. But the people pleaser in me wouldn't let me back down anymore. So we went. I felt extremely awkward, out of shape. I think my muscles ached for a good 3-4 days after. I basically discovered I had muscles in places I never thought I did. And I had no idea what I was doing or what I was thinking to even have tried this. But I kept going. Now, my friend couldn't join me after a few weeks, but I pushed myself to carry on. And I celebrated each single time that I went in there because it was a massive win for me. I mean, come on, from someone who never leaves the house, someone who doesn't want to be seen by anybody, to being there with strangers and people in general looking at you, or, well, that's the thing. Nobody really cared. Thinking back, I think that was one of the amazing things because everyone was there to just work on themselves. So everyone was doing their own stuff, their own thing. And it helped me so much because I realized, well, people don't really care how I look, what I do, if I'm any good or not. They just get on with their stuff. So I can do the same. But yeah, sorry, I keep digressing. But yeah, I did learn to celebrate every time I'd go in. After every session, I'd get home, do a little one of my happy dance, and say how proud I am of myself for just going one more time, just for one more session. And it's amazing. It's one more than before. And within a couple of months, I had a new routine that was helping me mentally and physically. I was hooked. I mean, even now, you cannot stop me from going. There's got to be something seriously wrong for me not to show up to the 2-a-week sessions. It gave me discipline, an outlet for stress. And for the first time, I was starting to feel strong instead of just focusing on the numbers on the scale. And it all came down to me forcing myself to do something I never imagined I'd have the courage to. And yes, me going to boxing class was also frowned upon and commented by some of my family members because there's no winning with some people. There's no pleasing them. But I eventually got down to a size 8/10 because I'm in between sizes. I've kept it off. And my confidence slowly started growing as I kept showing up to classes and proving myself I can do anything regardless of my weight. And it taught me not to care about what others do or think, but to be present for me, for myself, for my well-being. But I think the keys are losing weight didn't fix my confidence. Changing how I thought about myself did. And building the courage to get outside of my comfort zone, to get the ball rolling did. Am I now fully happy with my body? Like heck I am. Spending all those years hating it takes some time to rewrite all those negative thoughts. But I'm also learning to see things I do like about myself and stop being so critical. I'll appreciate my body for the things that it's doing now instead of just judging it. Losing weight wasn't the magic solution that I thought it would be. Yeah, I got stronger, fitter, healthier, but my confidence, that didn't suddenly appear just because the scale said a smaller number. It's something I keep building. Yes, I still am. I'm still working on that. It is something you have to continuously work on yourself, because you've spent all those years with a different belief. You can't just magically erase it. It takes a bit of time. But here's something I really want you to think about. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, do I actually dislike my body? Or have I just absorbed what others told me I should look like? When you look in the mirror, are those really your thoughts? Or are they echoes of other people's opinions, comments, and society's standards? Because what if your body was never the problem? What if it's the story you've been told about your body that's been holding you back all along? And this is where body positivity comes in. Body positivity doesn't mean you ignore your health or stop working on yourself. It means you stop punishing yourself for not fitting into someone else's definition of good enough. It means you decide what your worth is, and that it isn't tied to your waistline. So if you're on your own journey and feel stuck, here are some things that generally help me build up the courage to say that first yes. Stop waiting to live your life. Don't wait until you're a certain weight to wear the dress. Take the photo, go out, or start a new hobby. Confidence grows when you act now, not later. Shift the compliments. Instead of focusing on what you think your body looks like, celebrate what your body does. Because your body carries you through your hardest days. And that's really worth respect. Unfollow triggers. Social media can be brutal. I started unfollowing accounts that made me feel less than. And I started following people of all shapes and sizes who celebrated themselves. Talk to yourself like a friend. If your best friend came to you with your insecurities, you'd never tear them down. Start giving yourself that same compassion. Listen to yourself, not society or the negative people around you, who, in my opinion, should spend that time working on themselves for their way of thinking, rather than spending that time trying to put others down. So no, losing weight didn't fix my confidence. What really made the difference was realizing that my body is not the enemy, and that self-love isn't about reaching perfection. It's about respecting and caring for yourself right now. If you're struggling with body image, know this: you are not alone, and the scale will never define your worth. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know if you've ever believed losing weight would fix your confidence. What has your journey taught you? Just drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if this video resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe for more straight talk about life, love, and everything in between. Thanks for being here with me. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video, my lovelies.